Hey, what's up everyone? Ryan here, and I'm back with another PGA Tour 2K25 Career Mode Series video. And today it is time for round number 1 of the PGA Championship, the second major of the season, and Ryan Gamer is looking for the Grand Slam. So we did, of course, win the first major of the season, the Legends Championship, aka the Masters. So here we are, looking for back-to-back majors here in the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow Club. Now, historically speaking, in PGA 2K23, we really struggled on this golf course. Now, in this game, I have good rounds here and I have bad rounds here. So we'll see what happens in this 4-round major championship. Yes, since it is a major championship, it will be a 4-round tournament here at Quail Hollow Club. And as you can see, Ryan Gamer is coming off a couple wins in a row. We won the Falcon Open, we won the Renaissance Championship. The AI did not show up last week in the Week 19 tournament. But here we are in the Week 20 tournament, and we have a higher AI difficulty. So if you all remember from the last episode, we did raise the AI difficulty. So as you can see, we are now at 93% AI difficulty. Could be bad timing for the major because the AI might just dominate on this golf course. Before we get into the round, we're going to have the practice round, of course. Then we'll dive into round number 1. Just like always, I have timestamps for you all in the video description. If you want to go ahead and jump to the round, feel free to go ahead and do that. And I want to point out, College Football 26 content may already be live on the channel while you're watching this. Going to have another career mode here on the channel for College Football 26 for Road to Glory. One of my favorite career modes on the channel was College Football 25 Road to Glory. And I'll also be having a College Football 26 Dynasty on the channel, so a head coach career mode. And that was one of my favorites last year as well. So check those out on the channel. They could already be live by the time you're watching this. Now for training this week, our training boost are +7 putt rhythm, +7 putt contact, and +7 putt path. So continuing to focus on putting, that's usually the worst part of my player build, especially here as a technician. But here we are. We need to shoot a 2 under or better to get +7 to all attributes. Very important to do that. And somebody raised a great question on the last episode. One of you all said, well, Ryan, why don't you just keep restarting the practice round until you get that +7 boost? So I like the challenge. I like the practice round really mattering. So those 4 holes you play and the score you get on them are very important. So for one, it creates that focus, right? I know I need a 2 under or better to get all the boost for the week. And if not, well, we're not going to have as good of a week. So it kind of creates that momentum building, right? When you have a good practice round, good practice session for the week, you're going to have better stats that week. If you don't, you're not going to. So that's the reason I only do it once. I understand you can keep restarting if you want to do that. That's just not the way I enjoy to do it. I like the one shot, one chance. It adds more fun to this part of the video for one. And it also, there's more at stake with this round, right? So here we go, starting on 15, a par 5. So that is why I do that. I think it's a lot more fun that way. And as I always say with gaming, with any career mode out there, for every gamer, it's meant to be fun for you. So always play with the settings that are fun for you specifically. So that's what's so important about gaming. I feel like people get so caught up with difficulty when they're playing sports games. It's all about having fun. So you don't have to play on the same difficulty as me. You can play on a lot easier and have a lot more fun. So however I play it is not always fun for everybody, right? I think that's so important for sports games. So just have fun. Play the way you want. That's what I always do. I think it's always about playing the way you like. Playing what's fun for you. What brings the most enjoyment out of the game for you. What settings. And that is why I play on these tough settings, master difficulty, and also why I don't use the super flop shot. And why I don't use the pick shot, because I like the challenge the game brings, and the more realistic shots. It's so much more realistic when you don't hit the super flop and pick shot for short game. So those are just decisions I make to have more fun with the game. But that probably sounds terrible for a lot of you out there. Like, I would never play that way, right? Some of you are thinking, and that's great. That's the great part about gaming. You get to play whatever's fun for you. Here we go. Let's flop this. Beautiful. Okay, so it's breaking right to left and then left to right. I think it's basically straight in. Beautiful. That's a birdie. We got to get to 2 under. Good start here at Quail Hollow Club, but that is a very scoreable hole, right? One of the easier holes on this golf course. 490, downhill 42 feet. This is the one I remember in this year's PGA Championship. On day 1, Scotty Scheffler's group, like all the players, I believe Xander Schauffele was there, and maybe Rory McIlroy, and they all hit it in the water. So Scotty Scheffler was, he had mud on his ball from what I remember, and per the PGA Championship rules, you know, if there's mud on the ball, you play it as it lies. So I believe when it hit off Scotty Scheffler's club, it hit the mud and it went off to the water. At least that's what he said in the press conference, I believe. 181 downhill 13 feet. But let's not put this in the water is what I'm trying to get at here. That's really good. Now, in this hole, obviously you don't want to miss in the water to the left, but you also don't want to miss in that short-sided bunker. That is a very tough bunker shot because you're shooting down a slope. 17 feet, uphill 6 inches, a little bit left to right. Wow. Are you kidding? That's a tough hole to birdie, and we almost had it. Lipped out. And I do want to point out, if you're not watching the MLB The Show 25 series, if you are not watching that one, you are missing out. That season 1 of that series has been electric. And you talk about a very important week for Ryan Gamer. I mean, some very important games happened recently in MLB The Show. I don't want to give anything away, but if you missed the last episode or all the playoff episodes, trust me, watch them. Not going to give anything away, but yeah. Yeah, it's been pretty epic. 212 downhill 19 feet. This is my nightmare. This is my nightmare. Historically, though, I play well here. Believe it or not. I'm going to fade this into the wind. Honestly, when we get to this hole in the round, I think I'm just going to lay up to the right. I don't think I'm messing with the water. It depends on what our score is here. I just don't think I'm going to mess with this hole. Like, look. That was us not laying up. And here we are. I'm going to flop this. That is beautiful. We got to do that all day, everybody. That short game is going to be key here. We're going to miss fairways. You better believe it. We're going to miss greens. So we have to be on our short game. If our flop shot is not on, we are in trouble. And here we go. We're going to play the 18. Of course we are. Honestly, I'm glad. I am very glad. I'm not going to draw this. Usually I would, but takes the creek out of play hitting a fade here. It's basically going to go with the wind. The only way you hit that into the creek there is if you really mess up. I've done that. Clearly. You all realize we are 1 off from 2 under. This course is going to play tough today. You can see Jerry helping Ryan line up the shot here. 172, uphill 11 feet, a very mean pin location. Going to come off to the left. The wind's going to blow it to the right. Going to give us a shot. We got a birdie chance. It's not going to be an easy one. But you don't have many easy birdie chances at Quail Hollow. 23 feet, downhill 1 inch. 137 green speeds. We're not going to have that in the actual round. I don't believe it. It's going to be faster. Wow, close. I will say, in the PGA Championship this year, where they did have rain, the course did not play very fast. It didn't play as fast as everyone was expecting leading into the tournament. So the greens probably played like, I don't know the speeds they played at, but a little faster than what they are right here in the practice round. So close. That was a good putt, though, everybody. We barely missed it. That's going to be +4 boost, which is still good, right? It's not +7, but that's fine. We lipped out one birdie chance there. If we don't lip that out, that's going to be a -2, right? That was a good round there at Quail Hollow. It's a really tough course, as we all know, but there are scoring opportunities when you hit the fairway, right? You got to hit the fairway. You got to hit greens. If not, that's when you find yourself in trouble on this golf course. The rough is tough. The bunkers around the green are very tough. And the water, well, is water, right? The water is water. So +4 to all attributes, +7 to putt, rhythm, contact, and path as well. But it is time. Your Thursday round number 1 of the second major of the year, the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow Club. Come on, everybody. Get your 1-times ready. Let's get fired up. What settings we got? Firm, firm, fast. Okay, medium wins. So it's going to be faster and firmer than what we just played in the practice round. And as you can see, Ryan Gamer's rocking the PGA Championship shirt for this tournament until the final round. But if you all get some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and there's plenty more content to tune into here on the channel. I will link the new College Football 26 series in the video description. Let's play some golf, everybody. Come on.
Get set for the dramatic season-long race for the FedEx Cup, presented by 2K Sports and the PGA Tour. It's the opening round of the PGA Championship from Quail Hollow Club in Charlotte, North Carolina. Good to be with you today. I'm Andrew Catalan, joined by Rich Beam and Luke Elvey. Henny Koyak and John McCarthy are down on the course. And Rich, here we are at the PGA Championship in beautiful Quail Hollow. What sorts of challenges will the players face this week?
Well, great news, Andrew. This week they're going to find a golf course that's in immaculate shape. There's very few venues that you're going to see in better condition year in and year out than Quail Hollow. But the sad news is there's a lot of it. Over 7,500 yards this thing can play. The Green Mile, holes 16, 17, and 18, historically the hardest 3-hole stretch that they play on the PGA Tour. It's going to be even tougher for the PGA Championship. You've got tree-lined fairways, you've got undulating greens that are running about 14 on the stimp meter. I tell you what, whoever wins this week is going to prove their worth as one of the best players in the game.
Yeah, you know, Rich just gave a great introduction for this golf course. And yeah, we got to play the Green Mile. Holes 16, 17, and 18. We played 18 there in the practice round. But look, the AI showed up this week. Will Zalatoris is 7 under through 16 out there. All right, we better come ready to play, everybody. A tie at the top between Will Zalatoris and CT Han here. Come on.
Let's get down to the first hole.
And one thing I will say, the caddy Jerry has been distracted. So I saw Jerry in the clubhouse, and he didn't have his typical caddy books. He had 3 different tablets out, and he had his playbook there as the defensive coordinator in the new College Football 26 series and the quarterback coach as well. So Jerry does a lot. So I don't know if his focus is on the PGA Championship. It looked like he was studying a lot of football schemes before this round. So maybe that's just a way for him to kind of lock it in, relax a little bit before the tournament. But here we go. Get the nervous jitters out. Well, hollow, everybody. You just gotta find fairways here, right? That's gonna be key today. If we find fairways, we can win this tournament. -7 though is a stretch here. I've got to play my best round ever on this game on this course.
Henny, what can you tell us about this shot?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Yeah, 175 or 173, downhill 21 feet. And one thing I want to point out, a couple of you all have asked why I've not improved my clubs after the new season, because they increased the levels. I don't want to use an Evo tool and then have to regain the experience for all the tools, because basically we would be, for the next 5 or 10 tournaments in this series, we'd be playing like 25 attribute points lower or worse. So I don't want to sacrifice all of our stats and have to regrind in this career mode. So that is the reason. It takes too long to level up the club. So we're looking at probably 15 tournaments in this series to get back where we level the clubs and then get the boost that we want to even get back. So it's hard to find a right time to do that. But that is why I've not done it. 173, downhill 21 feet. So an 8-iron here with this wind is probably going to be too short. I like a 7-iron here. If we loft this a bit, steeper angle of attack, put it up there in the wind. Do not miss it to the left. That's the cut. So, firm and fast. My prediction is probably 151 green speeds, which is perfect for this.
Putt? Henny, how challenging is this putt?
Setting up this putt 26 feet from the cup.
How does that stop there? How does it stop here on 151 green speeds? That's actually shocking. Okay. Yeah, I'm shocked. 26 feet, downhill 1 foot. This is going to be tough. Okay. I'm going to aim about 12 yards short. Maybe a little bit less. Very makeable, though. It's right to left and then left to right.
Good looking stroke right here.
That's great speed. That's a good sign. That's a really good sign. You got to play that so safe. That was good. Great putt.
Breaking putt. He just didn't quite read it right, but it'll be an easy par.
That's not on my list of birdie holes here at Quail Hollow. You better believe it. Like the first 5 holes are really tough to birdie here. It's the first par 5 that's scoreable. But yeah, I mean, Will Zalatoris, a 7 under is unreal.
The second at Quail Hollow is a par 4.
Tough little driving hole here. Fairway cambers from left to right. So draw spin is required if you want to find the fairway. From there, second shot back up the hill ever so slightly, but a large drop off on the right-hand side. We'll see.
That's fine. It's going to bounce right. That's on the fairway. Close. Not on the fairway, but it's on the light rough.
This one will be from the first cut.
Now the question is, does this hit the tree right in front of us, right? That's the question. I don't know. I don't think it does. No, I don't think a 7-iron will. If we had a 6-iron, it definitely will. So 173, uphill 14 feet into a 7-mile-per-hour wind. You do not want to be short here. So I'm going to go a 6-iron here from the rough. Keep it low. Fade it a little bit. It's going to come off to the right as well. That's a great strike.
The club choice is a 6-iron.
Get up. Get up. It's going to roll from the rough.
Lovely.
Come on.
Good job. This wind is getting up out here.
What a shot. Absolute perfection.
This for a birdie.
That is when you're glad you're in the light rough.
All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
Looks like it's going left to right on this putt.
Yeah, John's right, left to right, but the reason it's better to be in the light rough there versus the fairway, in the light rough, we're going to get a little less row, a little less spin compared if we were in the fairway there. And we wanted more row there, and we wanted it to actually kick like that. And honestly, I should have hit the ball a little bit more shallow, and we would have ran it all the way up. 11-footer, uphill 3 inches. You're not going to have very many looks like this here.
Oh, yeah, this is tracking nicely.
Get in.
And a good job there as he moves to 1 under for the championship.
Come on. I'm so glad that they have PGA Championship, US Open,
straight away,
and the Open
really
in the game. Next up, the Masters for the next one, right?
Uphill to an undulating green.
But as many of you all pointed out in the comments, EA is never giving up their license to the Masters. They've had the exclusive license for years, even when they weren't creating a game, right? They're not giving up that license. They're not. Even if they don't make a golf game very often, I just don't see them giving up that license ever. 491, downhill 8 feet. Why would you give up that license, right?
Lovely, lovely rhythm.
But we can dream that PGA 2K27 will have the Masters. 1 under, everybody. This is how you play. Let's focus up. 181, uphill 1 foot. Do not want to miss to the right. If you're going to miss here, you want to miss to the left. You don't want to miss short either. Going to come off to the left. The wind's going to blow quite a bit from right to left.
Not super tight, but a makeable putt.
Beautiful.
14 feet to the cup.
All right,
I mean,
guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
Course management,
Penny, how tricky
amazing
is this
so
one?
far. So far.
It's so hard to tell, but I think it's a little bit right to left.
Yeah, it is just barely left. Wait, she said right to left? There's no way. Hold on. I'm gonna get on the ground here and see if Henny is telling the truth. She said right to left, right? Is there a ghost break? No, she's wrong. It's the other way. No, okay, this is right to left at the end. It's just not showing that they're moving. Wow. So Henny's not wrong. Henny's not wrong. It's a ghost break at the end. But the question is how much? Wow, this is tough. It's a ghost break. I'm going to play it on a little right edge.
It starts off on a good line.
Never
one
trust the
goes
grid
in, and
lines.
it's
There's a
back-to-back
great example of that.
birdies.
That's called a ghost
I
break.
like it.
Now,
2 in a row. He's feeling
Henny
it.
Koyak
After
whispered
that
a little
hole,
too
our
loud,
featured
and
player
Ryan
is
heard
making
it,
a
right?
move.
Jerry's over there listening to the on-course reporter, Henny Koyak, and motioned over to Ryan
the first
there.
par 3 is the
So-
fourth hole.
Historically, the firmest green on
That's a
this
ghost
golf
break.
course. Be wary
It's
of
right
your
to left.
spin.
It's showing left to right. When I moved across the green there low, what I could see is you could see the right side of the screen had more face in between the grid line when the left side disappeared. It's a bad way to explain it. I explained it in a video before what ghost break is. Yeah, it's frustrating. It's in the game quite a bit, but it can really drive you crazy unless you crawl across the green like that on every single shot, which I do not do. So I'm going to draw this just a touch into the wind. So yeah, you'll hear people play this game. You'll
Drawing
hear
it
them
in there
say ghost break, right?
beautifully.
And if you don't know what that means, you're just like, what? There's a ghost on the green? That's what ghost break. It's when the grid shows it's going one
All right,
way, but it
we
goes
can
the
work with
opposite way.
that. This putt to move to 3 under par.
24 feet,
Henny,
uphill
what do
4
you
inches.
see in this putt?
A huge right to left swinger.
Yeah, this is swinging quite a bit right to left. You do not want to hit this too hard, because if you do, you're going to be off the green in that sand.
Here comes the putt, and starting off good. Getting better
Get
and
in!
better.
I hit it too hard,
Yes,
but that's
it
okay. It went in.
goes.
If we miss that, that's off the green. I just want to point that out. Course management was not good there. I hit that way too hard. It went in, though. Confident stroke. Please don't
As
do
we
that
move
again.
on to the next hole, we show you he is in a tie for 6th place.
This
Always
is what
like to
happens
see
when you
your
focus
name
up.
moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Look at Justin Thomas having a day. 4 under through 7.
And it's a par 4.
Dog leg from left to right, protected by bunkers both right and left. Second shot back up the hill to a green that slopes from back to front and from right to left.
One thing I want to point out, one thing I've discovered in this
good
game
drive. That
is
one
when
should
I
find the
stopped
fairway.
choosing a rival. When we've already completed all the rivals, but after you complete them, don't choose a rival anymore.
Standing
The
up over
commentary
this one after a
is
bunch of
so much
birdies.
better when they're not
Always a good way
focusing
to
on the
start.
rival.
Let's see where they go.
So
from
much
here.
better. 166, uphill 18 feet. You don't want to be short. You don't want to be long either. Where is the miss here? You always got to think. If you miss, where would you rather miss, right? And I think you'd rather miss this side because you're chipping up the slope. So with that being said, I'm going to go 6-iron. Draw it a touch into the wind. It's going to come off to the right off the side slope.
This needs to go a little bit right once it
That's it.
lands.
This is beautiful to watch.
The iron play today has
Beautiful.
been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Jerry didn't even say a word
And
there.
this putt
Ryan
to
handed
move
him the
into tie
club.
for fifth
Full
in the
focus.
standings. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
And this one going left to right there, Luke.
Gonna break more than you think here. One time. One time.
Fourth birdie of the day.
This player is putting for fun.
This is the best I've ever played at Quail Hollow. I have never
Now,
birdied
three
more than
strokes
one
back
hole
after
in the
that
first
hole.
5 holes here. Never. Never ever. I would say in the first 6 holes, I've never birdied more than one. This is
Always
nuts.
positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens
Stay
here.
focused.
It's a difficult par 3 or an easy short par 4.
Yeah, this is a nightmare here. 256, downhill 29 feet. You do not want to miss in that bunker long. I do know that. So, I believe the play is this. So, think about this for a second. A 2-iron is going to fly 220 plus downhill 33 feet. That's 231. That's going to carry here by default. With the wind, it's going to carry a little bit further. When it hits, it's going to roll a mile on these firm fairways. Not a mile. But if we miss this 3-wood, it's gone in the sand, and it's a nightmare shot back up the hill. I think the play is an overshot 2-iron. De-lofted, hit it a little bit shallow as well, get more distance, and just absolutely blast it. The bunker is short to the left is fine. Okay, here we go. Here goes something. That's the strike. Overswing 102. Increase rhythm. That's it. Off that slope.
Well played, mate.
I just love golf. I love golf for moments like that. I love the freedom that golf gives you, right? And I love the
Chance to
freedom
move
that
to
this
5
game
under
gives you as
par.
the golfer. We could have hit
John,
the
have you got a
3-wood.
read on this
Or we
one?
could have done that.
It's moving up the hill to the left.
Amazing.
Let's see what happens.
16 feet. Uphill 4 inches. Get aggressive.
Oh, did you see that fly right past the hole?
Good
Not
read.
a bad effort
Just
right
a
there
little
from
bit
long
off.
range. Big breaking putt. He just didn't
Keep
quite
in
read it
mind,
right,
one thing I
but
do
it'll
want
be
to
an
point
easy
out.
par.
I always play for the increased rhythm by about 1% because that's where my swing is. I don't think I ever have, maybe like 0.9 sometimes. Rhythm is always a little bit off. I play for that. So I know when you see rhythm, some of you are looking at that. Ryan, it's your rhythm. It's your rhythm. I play for that rhythm to be off because it always is. It's always off by about 0.8 to 1.5%, something like that. Look at this. Kelm Davis is playing. We're going to have a tournament this week, everybody. Come on.
Trouble lurks at the par 5 7th.
If you
We
keep
need
it in
an
play,
exciting
this
major,
is
right?
definitely a birdie hole. You get off
Do
kilter
not
just a
miss
little
right.
bit. Bogeys or worse come into the equation.
Got to draw it. I didn't draw it enough. I didn't draw it enough. I thought I did. Get lucky, get lucky.
Oh, that is just too bad there.
I thought I drew it a lot, to be honest with you all, but what do I know? Oh. Is there a way to get lucky and drop in the fairway? Or light rough? Yes. Okay, so we're just going to go back on line. It's painful, but it is a par 5, so it's going to play just
4
fine.
strokes off the lead.
Yeah, this is just fine. You know, it's unfortunate. I thought I drew that a lot into that wind. Because with our high shot shaping stat, when I move that thing just a little bit, it moves to a little bit of a draw. But when it says draw at the bottom right, it's really drawing. Like when it says normal, when it says fade, it's still drawing when you barely move it for our shot shaping stat. But I was off there. What do we hit here? You know what? No, that's the craziest thing. All of you are shaking your head no at the same time. I just know it. Ryan, if you pull out that tie spinner, I'm leaving. That's fair. Okay, here we go. Overswing. That's gone. Overswing. We're dancing.
There's some meat left on the bone with this one. Okay, John, what do you see with this putt?
Tricky one here. This one's going down the hill as well as moving to the left.
Yeah, it's breaking heavily from right to left, more as we get to the cup.
Putt on the way and looking good early. Getting better.
Get in!
Let's see.
Do you want to win or do you want to lose? If you want to win a major championship, you have to be able to par it from anywhere. Just like that. Into
Here's
the water,
a look at the
still a
leaderboard,
par.
and he is in a share of 5th place.
Wow, I love golf. Come on. Jason Day, 5 under through 8. They're playing today. Is 93 the
is a
sweet
par
spot?
4.
Might be.
Only the longest players in the game are going to find the green, but this is a definite birdie opportunity for everyone.
Tied for 5th place, 4 under par here on hole number 8. Short par 4, just put it in the fairway. That's beautiful.
That's a good one to build momentum on. And right now at -4.
56-degree wedge. That's not the play. It's got to be a spinner. A spinner, 50-degree wedge into that slope. Gonna come off to the right. That's it.
Target practice with these approach shots, just like that.
Thank you, Andrew.
Opportunity here to move into a share of 4th.
See those grid lines. I can see them there. Okay. We need a high contrast setting or a way to change the grid lines. Get in there.
Another birdie on the scorecard. That's number 5.
Best round ever at Quail Hollow Club for
on
me.
the move now at 5 under for the championship. Now to 9, a par 4.
Don't be drawn into the trees down the left-hand side. From there, bogey or worse definitely can come into play.
Just went up there with confidence. I didn't want to draw it. I didn't want the trees in play. And there's a lot of fans standing there, right? Let's not hit any fans today. Rich gave us the warning, though, and we faded it beautifully. Okay, this is the one where you don't attack this pin. If you attack this pin, you're here. It's a nightmare. So you basically hit a I'm going to go 4-iron here. Aim right here. Let the wind pull it back. Going to come off to the left slightly. And we're just going to get on the dance floor and dance it in. That's it. It's going to funnel from left to right. That's all we needed. If we put that bunker in play, the chance to bogey or double raises
on the
exponentially.
green, that's always mission number 1. Henny, tell us about this putt.
Setting up this putt 24 feet from the cup.
EPC Louisiana taught me a lot this year, right? It did. I mean, it truly did. Course management was so poor on that golf course. I played bad too, but the course management was terrible. And it's painful to watch that back, but it's all right. You learn from it, and we bounced back and dominated. But here we go. 24 feet, downhill 4.
This putt starts on a good line and still looking good.
Get in! Doesn't matter where we are. Just put us on the dance floor. Ryan's dancing today. All right. You can't see it, but Jerry's over there dancing too. Is Ryan Gamer fired up for college
And
football
as we take a look
26?
at the
You better
leaderboard,
believe it.
He is in 4th place.
Now that college football games are back and probably here to stay, I mean, Rise on cloud 9 when July comes
Opportunity awaits
around.
at the par 5 10th.
Be smart on this par 5. Don't get greedy and
Yeah,
bring
don't
a
get
big
greedy.
number
Draw it
into
slightly.
play.
This is the best round of golf I've ever played at Quail Hollow. It's not over, right? A lot of golf left, but let's just continue. The back 9 is where I historically struggle here, and here we are. Hole 10, the birdie hole, and then it gets tough. I am not hitting driver off the deck here. I'm going 3-wood here and hitting it a little bit shallow, getting more roll on it. We basically want to get up there on the dance floor, and we'll make it. That's all we needed right there. Please stay on the green. Please stay on the green. Don't you dare. That's fine. Better this bunker than the other one, but
Sitting
wow.
at 6 under.
Was not expecting that. Okay, a nightmare of a splash shot, because look at this upslope. This upslope, you just don't know how the ball is going to behave out of this lie.
The mission is simple here. He has to get up and down.
Excuse me? Overswing, and I aimed like I was going to hit it on the number. I hit a massive overswing there, and well, yeah, it went. That's on me. Now we're on a downslope, so we're going to get a little more distance out of it if I hit this right. That's it. It's about the best you can do there, right? It's going to roll out. You're not going to stick that anywhere close. Is that going to go all the way off?
Staring down a very long putt here. Henny, your green side. What do you see in this putt?
Yeah, it's hard to even stand straight on this slope. Big
You all
right
see
to
why I
left
said
break.
don't miss the bunker to the right? That's why. That is why the game, for me, is so much more enjoyable when you do not hit the pick shot, right? Because if we had the pick shot there, we could have hit that one close. But now we have to really think about where we miss, right? Just like you would in real life. You have to really plan your shots out, because you get yourself in these short-sighted splash shots, like in real life, it's impossible. And this is where you'd be hitting your next shot in real life, right? You don't have the pick shot in real life to bail you out. So that is the reason. It's just an enjoyment thing. I get that question a lot in this series. That's the reason I answer it. It's just for more enjoyment for me. It makes short game more fun. Wow, that never broke at all. It never broke up that slope.
All right, bogey
all right.
putt.
Bogey's going to happen here. Get them and move on.
And with that,
You hate for it to
drops
happen
back
there.
To 5 under par for
The
the
most
tournament.
scoreable hole on the back 9, we just bogeyed. Welcome to the PGA
Here we
Championship.
find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
Strong tee shot. Second shot, though, has got to find the right portion of this green. Diabolical indeed.
That's a perfect draw. Right on this slope. This is going to be just perfection. That's how you're supposed to play it. 310-yard drive, everybody.
Here we have the second shot into the 11th.
And we're not known for our distance. 143, uphill 20 feet. Wow, this is one where you just attack, because you do not want to leave yourself a terrible long putt, because you have a mega downhill putt. You don't want to be short, you're coming all the way back, right? It's just one where you just better be on it. So we're going to hit a 9-iron choked approach. Swing path. Oh
one's headed
my.
left.
Speaking of a nightmare.
He's standing over his third shot. Only 2 shots off the pace.
That's just a miss, obviously. And this is where you don't want to be here on hole number 11. Just get this up and out. You're not messing with that bunker lip.
And
You're
that's
not
safe on the
messing
surface, but
missing
still
to the
some work
right,
left for the putter.
attacking that pin, because then
What
you're
are we
going to
looking
roll
at
off the
for this
green and
putt, Henny?
double.
Setting up this putt 21 feet from the cup.
I should have done a
Now
lot
out
of
on the
these
ground, John
strategies
McCarthy has been giving us some
at
great
TPC
reads all day.
Louisiana.
What's this one doing, mate?
Oh, pretty straight at the start of this one, and then it'll move to the left at the end.
If I would have, we would have shot even and made the cut, right? It's not breaking much.
And an outside chance here.
This is going right at the hole.
Perfection.
Yes, sir.
Do you want to win or do you want to lose, YouTube? Course
And there's no
management is
movement
going
on
to
the
win this
leaderboard
tournament.
after that hole.
Course management and staying focused, right?
The 12th hole is a par 4.
Narrow driving area here on this shortish par
Come on.
4. This green, though, is fraught with danger.
That's a perfect strike.
That was absolutely murdered.
Yeah, I mean, we just blasted that ball right down the middle of a tough fairway to hit. Look how many fans are watching Ryan the
Do you
Punisher
like
today.
the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He is right on the
This is
150-yard marker
mean.
here.
But you know what? If you watched my challenge mode video when the PGA Championship was going on, we played this pin location how many times? Probably 50 shots. So, did I learn anything? Well, no, we never completed the challenge, but let's see. 8 iron, wind 6 mile per hour in our face. We did discover you hit a draw off that slope, and most of the time you're going to miss to the right anyways, but there's like a couple lucky examples where it stops.
He's playing the draw here.
That could be the one. That's just fine. This is a really tough pin location to even get
And this putt is
in
for
the same
birdie
zip
3 on
code.
the scorecard.
Gotta play this one safe.
John, what's the line on this putt?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one's going to move right to left.
Yeah, John's not wrong on that one. Do not hit this far. If we miss this, this is gone. That's the speed. Break back. Break back. Look at that touch, though. Like, that is such a sensitive putt.
A
If
par
we're
putt
off
on the
by
table.
an inch, it's gone. That's a great par. On that pin, that's
And
amazing.
that putt will drop. Well done.
3 miles coming up, everybody. 16, 17, and 18. We got a par
Just
3, a
2
par
shots
4, and a
back
par
after that
5
hole.
before it. Couple of birdie chances left. This is my best round at Quail Hollow Club in this game, probably. On master difficulty. My best round, I think,
13th
before this
is a
was
par
4
3.
under.
Long downhill par 3 with a green that is historically rock hard.
You don't want to miss long. You don't want to miss to the right bunker. Put this up here and let it funnel down towards the hole, right? I like this, hitting it de-lofted and shallow a little bit.
Opting for the 4
Where
iron
did
here.
that come from?
This one headed
4.
left and not coming back.
That's just a
This
bad
would be a
swing.
momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Gotta flop it. That's it. A little bit too much on it. You know, you can't spin a flop very much from the heavy rough. I thought it would spin a little bit more, but... Come on. Let's ship this in. Right up the slope. Right up the slope. Right to left. Come on, Ryan.
Ooh, that almost went down. Bogey putt coming up here.
This putt still needs
The
a lot of
incredible
attention.
par saves
There's a lot
almost
of break on
continued
it.
there. What a chip. Great touch. It's going to be a bogey, though. You're going to bogey here. Like,
And down it
that's a
goes.
given.
Let's head to the next.
But
Trailing by a few shots.
it's not about the
after
mistakes
that
you
hole.
make. It's about how you respond. How do you bounce back? We made a terrible swing off the tee. We should have
When you
get
stand
rewarded
on the
for that.
tee here at the 14th
We
at Quail
didn't.
Hollow Club, Rich.
Here we
you're
go.
Given two choices. Do you lay up or go for it?
It begs
No,
you
we don't
to
lay up.
take out the big stick and go
Not here.
for it. However, most days the proper play is take an iron out and lay it up down the right-hand side, opening up the green for the second shot.
Power drive. Power drive right into the sand. The sand's a gift here. I can tell you that right now. Look at Jerry being like, "Did you not read the caddy books this week, Ryan? You've done great
And
course
from the
management
bunker here,
all
looking for
day,
up
and
and
then
down.
what happened there?" Sorry. That was my first big mistake of the day, from a course management perspective. It's such an easy hole if you lay up. Sorry. Do not land this back in the bunker. Gonna come off well to the left. That's it. That's it right there. That's a really good shot. I know you look at it, you're like, Ryan, you still have a lot of
Okay,
work to
step
do.
one
Yeah,
complete, out of
it
the
is
bunker.
tough to get that
Now
any
let's go make
closer
a
than
putt.
that.
Trying to get to 5 under with this putt. Henny, what's he facing with this putt?
18-footer here is what he's facing.
It's tricky. Right to left, left to right, right to left. Not breaking much, though.
That's tracking.
Get in.
Gets it to go down. Wow, what a save.
Still birdie,
Oh, yeah.
right?
There you go. Nice
Come
up
on.
and down there out of the bunker for the birdie. Way to go.
It's not about the mistakes you make. It's about how
It's
you
currently
respond.
tied for
You
fourth.
can't change the past, but you can help shape the future, right? That's what we're doing right now. A bogey and a birdie here. We do have another bogey still to erase here on the back nine.
15 at Quail Hollow, a big uphill par 5.
Love
I
this
love
par
this course.
5. Second shot is really difficult to get enough elevation to hold the green, but around the green, chipping and putting pretty straightforward.
Tried the power drive there, just get a more distance. Not going to get there.
Boy, not pretty.
It's fine. Like, you know, it's not a huge deal on this hole. That's the reason I did that. Honestly, we probably have a better chance to birdie here than to send the next shot. Put it to the right and send it. Because then we're left with the tough bunker
5
shot if we
under
miss.
at the moment.
Do we have our high percentage shot here? And we do. Okay. This is great. I'm gonna come off to the left just a little bit. One of my favorite shots to hit. A full
that's the way to
partial lob wedge.
Wow, you gotta
Into
love
this
that
pin.
shot here at
Incredible.
15, and a birdie chance is on the way.
That is why I regret that shot that I hit at Emery Beach CC against Tom Kilm on the 18th hole, because I took that shot out of play. I hit a 2-iron, put it in the water. We lost the tournament. If I lay up to that range right there, around 69 yards, 70 yards, we probably tied that tournament, force a playoff. I've replayed that back in my mind 1,000 times. Come on.
Back-to-back birdies. Things are heating up.
Erase the
Kinda like
bogeys
it.
already.
2 in a row.
Thank you for calling
And
in
a
the
good
birdie
job
train,
there as he
YouTube. Come on.
moves to 6 under par. The green
Kelm
mile
Davis at the top.
begins at 16.
Yeah, here we go. Green mile,
Bail out
everybody.
left of that bunker with your tee shot. Second shot straight down the hill. However, with a long iron ahead, not easy to find.
I'll be honest with you all. I have never even looked at that tree in my history of playing this course. I've never hit that tree. I didn't even know that tree was in play. But clearly, it is. Now, to be honest, this is a nightmare. So, yeah. Okay, we're going to fade this, and we're going to fade it quite a bit. Because we want to put this
just
against that
drifting
slope,
in there
just
with
like
a
that.
little bit of fade on it. Lovely.
Because I wanted to side spin it into that slope.
Wow, he's going to like that
Just
one.
perfection. That's insane. That is one of the best shots I've hit.
This one is 13 feet out.
This
Okay.
is for birdie.
John, your green side, what do you see in this putt?
There's a little complexity, and this one's going downhill, breaking to the right.
Look at all the fans. They came to watch your #1 player in the world, the multi-sport athlete. He's won a lot of trophies across all the sports. Looking for more national championships in college football 26 this year. But they want to see a PGA championship.
Man, that was close.
Barely. Look, open club face by a long shot, and that's why we missed it. That was so close still.
7 feet left.
Focus up. Don't overlook these.
Here's a look at the
It's a
leaderboard.
good thing it broke at the end.
Our featured player is in 4th.
I tell you, I hope it stays like this the entire week. I hope the AI continues to play
Rich,
well.
take us through the tee shot at the
It's gonna
par
be
3
amazing.
17th.
Downhill par 3, water front, left behind. Bail out to the right-hand side and take your chances getting it up and down.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing what Rich is talking about. Where do you bail out? You know, he's basically saying, like, yeah, but look, that shot is insane. Anything into the green, unless it's a super flop, is going to be off to the left on 151 green speeds, firm and fast. Look at that green. So, honestly, the only way you attack this pin is, the only way you get this to stay is hit a perfect shot. It really is as simple as that. So, that's what we're going to do. Nope, not the perfect
This is a
draw.
4-iron.
It was a perfect shot.
This
I
one's
didn't,
right
I
off the
didn't
green.
clearly didn't put enough draw on it. I thought I did, but no. Well, okay.
Okay, green side, a chance to get up and down.
Downslope. No, that's gone. So we've got to chip this up this slope. We've got to hit this slope like right on the fringe or fairway and trickle it on up and hope it stops. That's it. A little too short. Hit the fairway too short. Wanted to
Okay,
hit
now
just
looking
the
at
fairway
this
before
putt
it hit
to
the
save
fringe.
Par.
Left to right at the beginning, right to left at the end. Just outside left edge here. Okay, that
So
middle
close.
grid line broke way more than it showed. Did you all see that? That middle
This
grid,
putt for
that
a
middle
bogey.
line, look how much it's moving now. Look at the slope it's showing from the other side now. What? What is happening at Quail Hollow, everybody? These greens are so tough.
And
The
with
game
that,
doesn't
he
even know how
drops
to
back
assign the
5
grid
under par
lines.
for the tournament.
The game doesn't know. We're still having my best round in this game at Quail Hollow.
18
Under,
at
4
Quail
under is my
Hollow, the
previous best.
closing hole of the
We are
green
5.
mile.
Oh,
Let's
what
birdie
a
the
beautiful,
18.
beautiful setting. However, water down the left, bunkers on the right. Find the fairway, second shot plays straight back up the hill. But once again, water left, bunkers on the right-hand side. What a hole.
But you know, focus has been good today. It hasn't been a lack of focus. Course management has been spot on today, minus maybe one poor example. Other than that, we're playing great golf. My best round here on this course. We have shown that we can conquer Quail Hollow, right? That's what we've shown, but we've got to do it 3 more rounds. So we really need a birdie here. Do not miss left. That's really well done.
Not a bad result right there.
It's about the closest you can get without putting the water in play.
Here's a chance to get to 6 under par. All right, John, which way is this putt going to go?
This one looks like it will be breaking to the left.
11 feet, downhill 3 inches. Pretty good break here. Imagine the ball rolling. Imagine it till it goes in. Send it. One time.
This one's looking good.
Get in!
And a birdie
What a finish.
to finish on 18.
Let's see what the rest of the field does, everybody. Come on, what a round.
So that will do it for today as we take a last look at the leaderboard, our featured player in a share of 5th place.
Look at this. Wyndham Clark at the top, 7 under. Kelm Davis tied at 7. Will Zalatoris, CT Penn, Ryan Gamer there, 6 under par, tied in 5th with Gary Woodland, Lucas Glover there, 5 under, Aaron Raw, 5 under, Garrick Higo at 5 under, and then Ludwig Oberg. He's had an incredible year, and he's up there again. I believe he's number 2 in the FedEx Cup standings. He's had a fantastic year, and here he is again with the chance to win, only 3 back. We have a leaderboard this week, everybody. This is the major championship we wanted at the Legends Championship, and just to think, the next major is at Oakmont. Yeah, let's worry about that when we get there. But what a round. My best round at Quail Hollow. I beat my personal best, 4 under, by 2 under here, 6 under par there. Exceptional round. Pin location number 1 is so tough there, and we just did a great job with course management. Now, here's the thing, though. In order to win, we got to play like that 4 rounds, right? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon, which means the focus that I had today, the focus that Ryan Gamers had in the World Series and MLB The Show 25 as well, that same focus we got to bring into the PGA Championship. That's the only way we win. If we get distracted, if I start telling life stories, if I start getting out of my game and start attacking every single thing, I can guarantee you we will lose this tournament. Let's stay focused, everybody. I need your all's 1 times. I need the positive, encouraging comments. This is one of those weeks where we still have a chance to win the Grand Slam as a rookie, right? We can win all 4 majors. We took the first one. We got to lock it in. It's going to be a tough road ahead. I mean, I was not expecting to see Wyndham Clark, Kelm Davis, Will Zalatoris, and CT Penn at the top of the leaderboard here. But wow, they are. This has been a shocking leaderboard here, but hey, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. New names up there on the leaderboard. Oberg up there in the top 10. And I bet Oberg is about to shoot a 9 under in round 2, right? I wouldn't put it past him with the way he's played this year. Next up, you will see round 2 of the PGA Championship at Quail Hollow, our second major. We're looking for back-to-back major championships, and it's going to be a tough road ahead because this course plays tough every single round, every single pin location. We'll see if we get 4 rounds of pin location number 1 again. We've had that glitch like 5 tournaments in a row. I hope it's not the case. There's nothing you can do about it, right? When it happens, it's there. And I hope it doesn't happen, because one thing I will say, I play much better on round 2 and round 3 pin locations than I do round number 1. I think round number 1 is the hardest pin location on this golf course. I really do. I think the first round pins are the hardest for me. Round 4, I score much better. My personal best is round 4, 4 under par. Round 2 and 3, I scored well as well. Round 1 is my worst scoring. So if we get locked into pin 1 the whole time, I'm going to be really sad. You know, some tournaments, you're like, thank you. Right? Other tournaments, you're like, are you kidding me? My nightmare pins. But what a tournament. Thank you all for watching this video to the end. If you got some enjoyment, drop a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe for more, and be sure to check out the College Football 26 content when it goes live. It could be live by the time you're watching this, or maybe a couple days later. It depends on the schedule. But it was my favorite content of the year last year. And College Football 25, both of those series, Road to Glory and of course, the Kentucky Dynasty. And I cannot wait for that content. And hopefully you all enjoy it. I'll see you next time. As always, have a fantastic day, everybody.